everybody. Welcome to Thursday Tea. I know you are just finding out that I am live. So today's Thursday Tea is brought to you by Chakra Reset Week. It is going to be an amazing week. It starts May 10th. It's about resetting your blocks, resetting mind, body, and soul, revitalizing your energy, and really just stepping back into soul alignment. It's going to be super amazing. It's totally free for everyone. I'd love to see you there. So let's begin. Thursday Tea with me, Katie B, where each week we have a new tea and a new topic that we talk about. Today we are talking about spiritual abundance, how to practice it, what it is, the do's and don'ts. And our tea today is this. It smells so good. I haven't tried it yet, I promise. It's Glazed Lemon Loaf by Tazo. This was a recommendation from you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a sip. And it's just like, it's like dessert. It's so tasty, you guys. You got to try it. So amazing. Glazed Lemon Loaf by Tazo. You can get it at Target or probably your grocery store, anywhere like that. Super, super good. If you are here, if you come in, let me know. Give me a wave. Let me know your favorite tea, what you're drinking right now, coffee, tea, what it is. So let's get into this. I'm sorry, guys. Let me take another sip of this tea. It's so good. All right, let's get into it now. So spiritual abundance. Abundance is like a word that we hear and we're like, oh yes, abundance. I want more abundance in my life. And we like run to learn more about abundance because we want more. And it's not necessarily something to learn about. It's more like a way of life. Abundance is not just a thing. It's a way of living. And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. So what is spiritual abundance? Spiritual abundance is an appreciation of life, a joyful living, a sense of purpose, standing in your authenticity. It's almost like the same thing as soul alignment, kind of feels the same. It's about appreciating your moments, appreciating life, and feeling that joy, right? So spiritual abundance is not about prosperity and money, right? A lot of times we think of abundance and we think of prosperity and money, but spiritual abundance is more about that joyful feeling that you have and embracing your moments, authentically being you and appreciating life. So how do we kind of live this way? Because life isn't always great. And that's the truth. Sometimes life sucks. And it doesn't mean that you can't live an abundant life. And it doesn't mean that you can't practice spiritual abundance when life has just got you down. You can still practice that spiritual abundance and you can still live that lifestyle. So here's a couple things. The don'ts of spiritual abundance is don't force it, right? I just said spiritual abundance is kind of about joy and appreciation of life. If you're not feeling joyful and you're not feeling like you appreciate life right now, don't force it, because that's going to pull you further away from the abundance you seek if you're trying to force it. Because what you do when you force something is you stuff something else down, and then you create these blocks inside of you, energetically, mentally, emotionally, because there's all this stuff that you're not allowing to be. So in essence, you're not being true to yourself, which is part of spiritual abundance. So don't force it. Don't force yourself to be positive or joyful when you're not feeling that way. Life isn't about putting a smile on and just pushing through. It's about living, experiencing. And that's all part of spiritual abundance. We talk about abundance a lot and we talk about joy, and you are worthy of joy and you are worthy of pleasure and all these things. But there are some times in life when you don't feel joyful, and that is okay. So part of spiritual abundance is allowing yourself to feel, right? So don't force it. Don't stuff it down. Don't push it to the side because you want to pretend like you're joyful when really you're sad or angry. Part of being spiritually abundant is allowing those feelings to be felt and staying true to yourself. Don't be attached to outcomes. Spiritual abundance is also about being free. And you will flow in that abundance when you detach yourself from specific outcomes, have intentions, have goals, have plans, and then detach yourself from it having to turn out and look a certain way. Because when you do, then you open yourself up for disappointment. You open yourself up for something not looking how you expected it to and giving up. And really, you block yourself from actually experiencing what might come your way because you're so stuck in what it's supposed to look like. You're attached to that specific outcome. So part of spiritual abundance is not being attached to an outcome. Hi Trish, thanks for being here. Are you drinking tea today or coffee? Let me know, I'd love to hear. If you guys missed it, glazed lemon loaf, it's really, really great. I picked the cup up again because I have to take a sip. So delicious, it's like a dessert tea. So don't force it. Don't stuff what you're feeling down. Don't push it away. Don't be attached to an outcome. Allow it to flow, right? Just picking up a coffee, awesome. Don't try and push on. When you need rest, give it to yourself. Part of spiritual abundance and living that lifestyle and attracting that abundance in your life is about resting when you need to, because we are beings of energy and we have lots of energy and you can always refill your cup, but that also means that your energy will get depleted. So don't push one. When you need a break, take a break. Even if you only have a minute or 5 minutes, give that to yourself, because that's part of living spiritually abundant. That's part of living that lifestyle. So those are the don'ts. Here are the do's, right? Let's do what feels good. And sometimes that means crying. Sometimes that means throwing something across the room. Sometimes that means yelling. Sometimes that feels good. And it's okay. There is nothing wrong with that. So spiritual abundance. Do what feels good. Have a gratitude practice. Even if it's one thing a day, even if it's like, I'm grateful to take a deep breath right now. I'm grateful for this food on the table. I'm grateful for this tea or this coffee that I'm drinking. It can be the smallest thing. That gratitude practice is going to help you open up to that appreciation of life. So gratitude is essential in your spiritual abundance practice, in living that way. Allow yourself to feel. Again, we block ourselves so much by saying, I'm not sad, I'm okay, I'm not angry, but you are. And so expressing that is part of being in your truth. Even if you only express it to yourself because you're not ready to express it to anyone else in the world, that's okay. Being honest with yourself is the first step. Which brings me into the next thing. Mindfulness is key to living spiritually abundant, to living that spiritual abundant lifestyle. Mindfulness of what you're feeling, of what you need, of what's happening. Like the reality, not the illusion, not the story we're telling ourselves, but what is really real. I told myself a story that I wasn't worthy for years. And that's just not true. I'm worthy, you're worthy. So spiritual abundance is living in this space of being mindful of what you feel and actually doing what you need to do. It's not about toxic positivity. It's not about joy all the time, every day. It's about allowing yourself to feel, because every time you allow yourself to feel the sadness, the anger, the disappointment, whatever feeling you feel that we label as negative, it opens you up to experience joy and abundance on a whole new level. It opens you up to appreciate life in a deeper way. And so by allowing yourself to feel, allowing yourself to rest when you need to, is actually practicing spiritual abundance. It's living that lifestyle. And it will attract more abundance to you. Next, do. Listen to your heart. Listen to your truth. We get so stuck in the boxes of what the world says we have to be and what you have to do. And you have to do this by this age, and you have to do this by then, and you're supposed to do this, and you can't do that. And I mean, nobody fits in those boxes. And that's okay. Listen to what your heart is telling you, to what your truth is telling you, because that is going to guide you into that flow. That is going to help you be spiritually abundant. That's going to guide you to your joy, to your appreciation of life, to authenticity, to feeling that sense of purpose, which is really what we all want. We want that sense of purpose. And we want that purpose to bring us joy, right? So, spiritual abundance is the same thing as soul alignment, really. If we break it down, it's really the same thing. They equal the same thing. Spiritual abundance is a lot about flow, right? Let's think about for a minute a body of water. Let's think of a river. And a river flows. The water always moves. You have spots in the river that have tons of rocks and the rapids are rough and the water's moving faster and it's chaotic. But the water still moves through. And then you have patches of the river that are really still and calm and slow, but the water is still moving. You are the water. And if you fight those rocks, you get caught in them. And it blocks you from that flow. It blocks you from that abundance that you seek, that joy, that appreciation of life, that sense of purpose. Because you get pulled under and you get foggy. But if you could flow like the water and allow yourself to feel angry, allow yourself to feel the chaos when you're in those rapids, and then really allow yourself to feel the calm and the joy and the restful times too, then you open yourself up to really live, to consistently be in that spiritual abundance because you're not blocking yourself. You're not stuffing down what's actually happening and you're allowing it. So spiritual abundance, soul alignment, truth, your truth, are all one and the same. And living that spiritual abundant life will open you up to be in soul alignment. It will open you up to discover your truth. But it's not about being toxically positive. It's not about joy all the time. It's not about putting a smile on your face and pushing forward. It's about living the fullness of your life and experiencing your moments, mindful of what you need and what you feel, and really living. So we want more abundance in life, right? We all do. We all want more abundance in spiritual form of joy and gratitude and feeling good and sense of purpose. And we all want more abundance in prosperity and money and the outer stuff too, right? We all want more of that. And the way to that is through mindfulness, living, and allowing, right? Being true to yourself. So, how do you practice spiritual abundance? Daily gratitude. If it's one thing, if it's 10 things, doesn't matter. Daily gratitude every day, morning, evening, noon, doesn't matter. Daily gratitude. So you are here live or the replay. Share one thing you are grateful for in the comments. I want to see it. This is your daily gratitude today. Let's start today. There's no need to start tomorrow. Let's start today. Daily gratitude. Move the body in some way, shape, or form that feels good for you. If it's a walk, if it's dancing, if it's yoga, whatever it is, move the body and let your body open up and feel that feel-good feeling from the movement. Exercise the mind through meditation, through mantra. What mantras support you right now? Are you really sad and you just want to get back to joy? Okay, so a mantra that's going to support that. Something like, I embrace the darkness that I feel, and the darkness makes me realize the light. Or I embrace the darkness I feel, and the light begins to shine. Or the light shines through the darkness, right? Just some set of words that you can say over and over and over again to reset your mind. That's what mantra is. It's a tool of the mind. Mantra and affirmation. It helps your mind to shift into this new thought process and this new story. So using those words to support you. to keep you in that spiritual abundance and to lift you back up. Do what feels good for you. Whatever it is, do what feels good for you. And sometimes that means like binging Netflix and a bowl of ice cream. And sometimes that means going for a run or a walk outside in nature. Sometimes it means working. Whatever feels good for you, there's no right or wrong. Just do what feels good for you. Be mindful and allow. Most important part of the how-to of spiritual abundance, be mindful and allow. Be mindful of what you truly feel. Be mindful of what is real. And allow yourself to feel what you feel. Allow yourself to do what feels good. Allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to cry, to yell, to do what you need to do. Because that alone will push you towards more abundance in your life. Because when you allow, you're not blocking yourself all up. You're actually allowing. So you're like in this flow, free state. Even though it doesn't always feel like that when you're sad and angry, you are free when you allow yourself to be what you feel. So, spiritual abundance. It is a lifestyle. It's not like something we're looking to achieve. It's a way of living. It's about appreciation of life, feeling joy, sense of purpose, your authenticity. Spiritual abundance is basically soul alignment, and it really equals freedom. More spiritual abundance you have in your life as you live that spiritually abundant lifestyle, you attract more outer abundance into your life too. So it's a win-win, really. You want to daily gratitude every day. Remember, if you didn't share your gratitude yet, share your gratitude. Let me know what you're grateful for today. Move the body in whatever way feels good for you. Yoga, walk, run, dance, whatever it is, move the body. If it's just like a shake, whatever feels good for you, move the body. Exercise the mind through meditation and mantra, creating mantras that reset your mind, that help you embrace what you're feeling and lift you up back into your power. Do what feels good to you, whatever that is. Do it. There's no right or wrong. Do what feels good for you. Be mindful and allow. And that is how you live a spiritually abundant lifestyle. That's how you step into soul alignment. That's how you free yourself, really. So you guys, I am past my 15-minute mark. I try to stay at 15 minutes for these. I feel like I always go over. But thank you for being here today. I'm so glad you guys were here. Chakra Reset Week kicks off on May 10th. It's free for everyone. It's going to be so amazing. We're going to reset mind, body, and soul, revitalize your energy, work through the chakra system to clear your blocks. I'd love to see you there. KatieBach.com/CRW to join me. And you guys have a great day. Real quick, one more time. The tea today was Tazo Glazed Lemon Loaf. Oh, so amazing. Can't recommend it enough. It's like a dessert tea. You guys have a wonderful day. Lots of love to you and gratitude. I want to hear your gratitude. Let me know, live or replay. All right. See you guys later.